Hi guys. It has been an interesting month, a very trying month. I have been, full transparency, I've been battling the downers, depression, I guess some call it. um, been going to my therapy regularly, and I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it's seasonal. I have a history of since high school. March and February has been difficult for me. I don't know why. I have no idea. And I think it just could be seasonal. Just like the exhaustion that comes from winter and then being so close to the cusp of spring, and then it's just not really fully getting there. It could be that. My therapist thinks there's just a lot of tiny changes. There weren't really anything crazy, but a lot of tiny changes kind of maybe accumulated and mixed with my job. My job is really stressful right now. So I think it just put me in a funk. And I've been doing really well with Jesus. Reading my Bible since the beginning of the new year, and trying to get plugged into church, and trying to get myself assimilated into a community, a godly community, a church community. And I'm just not seeing the fruits of that yet. And it's been very discouraging for me. And I've been going through this isolation period where I just feel so alone. And I have a great family, very supportive family. We're very close. But there's just still an isolation to the day-to-day. And just feeling like my cup is half empty. And I go to work and it's really stressful, and then I come home and I'm alone, and there's nobody to kind of pour into my cup at home. When I have KB, I feel normal. That's the only times that I feel really normal. But even with K-Burns here, it's been so bad that I've gotten to the point where I'm just impatient and just really just frustrated all the time, feeling like I'm in survival mode. And I'm continuing to take this to God and be like, God, where are you? I am trying, and I thought that you were going to meet me halfway. I thought you said we're not alone. And, I know he's with me, but I still crave and need people around, I'm a pretty introverted person half the time. I guess they call it omnivert. I could be very extroverted, and then there's times where I need to decompress and be by myself. And but that's been so excessive, and it's just been a funk. Long story short. And I finally got out of it. I'm hoping Wednesday or Thursday this week. Finally got out of it. And it wasn't it was particularly warm. There's been a lot of sun, but it's been still really cold. And, I feel like I've got a little bit of a grasp on work. Definitely teared up a few times in front of my boss. I just feel like I'm a mental case and just emotionally out of control. And I feel like this past week it cleared up a little bit. I'm hoping. So very grateful for that. Praise God for that. Somebody must have been praying for me. My sister said she was, so I'm hoping that's what it was. But anyways, this weekend I have KB, and it's going to be beautiful and warm, and I really want to take you guys along with us this weekend, and just I don't really have any plans to do anything except for take him to his ball game tomorrow on Saturday. But other than that, I don't really have any plans. I'm just kind of piddling around the house, probably gonna do some stuff in the garden. I really want to work on my oregano. My oregano returns every year, and it's got a lot of debris that needs cleaned up around it. So I'm gonna work on that. And I'm thinking about maybe taking a little, when I get off work, maybe going into Shepherdstown. I don't think Cape's been there before, and I haven't been there in quite some time. So maybe we'll go there, and just walk around, maybe go to the sweet shop. That's my favorite place. They have the best donuts and just sweets in general. So I think we might do that today when I get off work at 3. And I just feel like it's a nice little weekend to do a weekend in the life vlog. Also, so Easter was last weekend, and my sister and I still get Easter baskets from my mom. And our boys get Easter baskets from her too. Very, very blessed. We don't ask her or make her to do this, but she does it every year. So this is my Easter basket. And my mom got this basket from Longaberger back when we were kids. And I love it. My sister has a similar one. And she filled it with all of kinds of Reese cups. I mean, I ate a lot of them already. And then these things. Listen, I love the vanilla buttercream Mary Sue's. I didn't want it to be this big because I got one recently and it took days to eat it. But these are the only ones they had in the store, so my mom got me 2 of them. And yeah, lots of stuff. But she also gets us presents, so I feel like I'm ridiculous. I'm so spoiled. She got me this really pretty bathing suit I wanted, and of course, I didn't know it. It was one of those boutique shops, and I thought it was domestic, and it ends up being from China. So that hasn't come yet, even though she ordered it like 2 weeks before. So we're waiting on that to come in. But she also, my sister and I, the past couple of years have asked for like flowers and bulbs and stuff like that. So my sister went with her and picked out these for me. But I got these dinner plate dahlia, just a medley. I think they're gonna be so pretty. And the dinner plate ones are massive. I have yellow ones that I grow that come back every year, and they're literally this big, like the size of my head, which is saying something. And then she got me the Pacific Ocean dahlia. I guess that's just what it's called, but yeah, it's gonna be so pretty. This one just reminds me of lemonade. But yeah, wanted to share that. And of course I got KB Easter basket, and I got Easter bunny. Got him an Easter basket and brought him roller skates that turn into inline skates. You can just convert it. And then also got him a SpongeBob cup and Kerplunk, which I never played Kerplunk as a kid. I never had that game. And so I saw it and thought Easter Bunny, told Easter Bunny to bring it to him. And he did. And we played a game of it on Easter morning, and it was cool. We ended up spending a couple hours in Shepherdstown. Is it good?
Mine.
I can't wait to try a bite of it. It's so pretty. I think I went to music class there. I think.
You went to music class?
Yeah, right here.
Here?
In this building?
After
yeah.
music class, did you sit there?
No, I'll have to go to the next class. St. Peter's Lutheran Church. It's so pretty. Took a quick little bathroom break in Whitehall. Yeah, they painted a horse and a cow. Look, buddy, these are called Virginia bluebells. Yeah, they're called Virginia bluebells because they look like little bells. Aren't they pretty? It looks like no, don't climb it, buddy. I don't know if you're allowed to. Looks like they've got Japanese anemone. They've got things labeled. Don't do that, buddy. Boys. Okay, let's go down here and look at the little house. There's furniture inside usually. Yeah.
Did that have toys?
Let me see.
Is there toys in there?
There's all kinds of cool stuff in there.
Oh, they.
There's.
Nick, would you mind opening the door for this? Little House has been here since 1929. 1929. It was a class project during the summer by a education professor. We are now starting to reopen it to the public on every second Saturday, and you can also request.
Smallest.
Dude, it's so cool.
Oh, Mommy can get up here.
Mommy, I'm laying here on the little bed.
Look at everything.
You can sit on the bed.
Oh my goodness, buddy, it's so tiny.
I'm not getting it.
Oh my gosh. Can you get in this other room? Oh my gosh, buddy. So cute. Alright, go in that one. We can't hang too long because they're letting us come in and be nice.
Mom, we can wait a while.
Wow.
Oh, it's so cool. Some cookies.
Oh my gosh. Little tiny little table. It's a pretty nice little kitchen set. Ooh. Okay. I don't want to break it. Mommy's gonna come out, okay? Little tiny little library.
Mom, can I go to college here? It's so pretty. I can't stand this place, Mommy.
Can't stand
So
it.
pretty.
You just love it.
Yes.
There's the little canal access down there by the river too, but it's a little bit further down. That's a lost dog.
I made it bark.
You made the dog bark. I'm gonna hold on your free dog treats. We're in the Four Seasons book store. These are the kind of things I like. Little posters and whatnot. So Cave and I have had the best day. Shepherdstown was awesome. And then we went back into town and we went to Firehouse Subs and got some subs to go. And then we actually met up with my sister and her husband and baby at Blaze. They were eating outside. And I was like, well, let's just go over there and we can eat with them and hang out. Probably just gonna chill out and watch TV for the rest of the night. And go to sleep at a decent time so we can get up in the morning. I'd like to go to Lowe's in the morning, sometime around them. Do a Dunkin' run, go to Lowe's, pick up some plants because I want to work on a planter. I got this plant at another local nursery, and it's so pretty, and it's so like antique-y looking. And I think it's just a peony. Oh, it's a pansy. And I got this, and it's so pretty. And I want to put it in one of my pretty containers with some other flowers. So I'd like to find the things to do with that. My sister said they're having like a spring fest or something where a lot of stuff's on sale. So do that tomorrow. And I don't really have any other plans beside that other than going to his baseball game. And that should be a fun time. I always enjoy watching my baby play. So yeah. Good morning. You know, I woke up at like 5:30 this morning on a Saturday. What is the point of sleeping in if you can't? There's nothing like coffee at home on a Saturday morning. Just enjoying the peace before your critter wakes up. Kate's been dying for me to cut up this cantaloupe over here. So we're gonna do that before he wakes up because I can almost guarantee you that's what he's gonna want for breakfast. So. Did anybody else scoop the guts out for their mom when they were a little kid? That was my favorite part. And my mom always let me do that. I hope this is good because you know with Aldi fruit is hit or miss. Mostly miss. And you just keep buying it anyways. I don't know. But blueberries are usually good. But times are too hard to be going and spending regular price on stuff at like Walmart or other grocery stores. So I stick to Aldi, especially when it comes to produce. I feel like I should try this cantaloupe to see if it's even good. We gotta try it to see if this is even a fit cantaloupe. It's fine. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Gonna do a little bit of our Bible reading today. Today's reading is Psalms 34 through 37. And this is the book, the book that my mom got me for reading the Bible in a year. It's the Bible in 52 Weeks by Dr. Kimberly D. Moore. And breaks it down and gives you like a study. This week is Trust His Track Record. So we finished up Judges, which is wild. The ending was wild, you know. Ugh. But finished that up, and then halfway through the week it went to Psalms. So she kind of sprinkles Psalms in for when a book ends, or Proverbs, stuff like that. Or if it's a really lengthy book like Numbers was really, really grueling, and so she would give us a break and then give us like Psalms or something from the New Testament, and I really, really liked that. So but we actually finished Judges this week. I actually finished Judges this week, and this is the last reading for the week. But she gives us like a nice little, you know, point. It breaks it down like with the devotional part, and she highlights the verse that it's pertaining to. So like Psalms 30 through 33 is darkened. So that's the one that she's going to build like the devotional around. And this one hit me because, as I said in the beginning of my video, I was feeling really, really down the last few weeks. And it's like a veil was lifted. And, you know, a lot of Psalms reflects the struggles that we all go through, you know, conflict, depression, and then just like celebrating when God brings us out of these pits. So I kind of resonated with some of the passages, especially Psalm 30, which she goes on. And it's just some good perspective that I'll share. But in Psalm 30, we find David reminiscing, thanking God for his sovereignty and reflecting on the Lord's goodness toward him. He remembers a time when he didn't always do the right thing, but God was merciful. When he began to really prosper, David got a little full of himself and started doing things his own way, which we all do. As soon as we get that dependency back, or that independence back, we don't rely on God as much. When he began to operate in error, he felt that God had hidden his face from him, but that didn't last long. This is really special. This is what really resonated with me. It says in verse 5, For his anger is but for a moment, his favor is for life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. You see, even though he did wrong, David remembered God's grace toward him. And then she says, let me encourage you to take a moment and reflect on God's grace and mercy to you. When we think of how kind and gracious God has been to us in spite of ourselves, it should give us a true heart of gratitude. All it takes is a memory of a moment of grace, and then you can get excited about what he's going to do, because whatever God has done before, he's God enough to do it again. While you are in the midst of your struggle, it's hard to fathom how things will turn out. But if you've been restored before, you can be again. Amen. Gonna read my Bible and then maybe just read a little regular book. I wanted to sit outside on the porch and drink coffee, but it's just not quite warm enough for that. But in the summertime, that's what I do every weekend morning. But it's like 56 degrees, so I'd have to go out with a blankie. I don't feel like doing all that, you know? I thought you were going to be a park ranger first and then play Army Soldier later tonight when we have more time.
I'm putting these on because then I can blend in.
Your room's a mess.
No, it isn't.
The strawberries. Got little strawberry blossoms on them coming. And then these are my daisies growing. These things are like ridiculously low in the ground. Got some lilies here. I don't know what possessed me to plant them here. And I leave these, like, I don't know what they're called. Are they spring onions? All these tall ones? They're supposed to be really good for strawberries. So I leave them for a while. This is the garden. It is completely overrun by weeds. Got some leftover Jimmy Nardello peppers that I never ate. And that's why I am not planting any peppers this year, because I just don't really do much with them. And they grow so well. And then this is my oregano. And I made oregano oil with it last year and used it with like steak and gnocchi and stuff. And I really want to use it for medicinal purposes too. This bed I'm going to plant my cabbage and cauliflower, I think. And then that should be ready, I think, in early summer. And then I could possibly put something else in there. But I have some netting to go over them because I just get cabbage fleas and worms and all that stuff really bad. Dave wants to go check the nature out, because he's being a park ranger. And we gotta climb these railroad tracks. Ugh. So we have this field behind the railroad tracks. It's pretty open. Just gonna entertain this for a little bit so then I can go back to clearing out my oregano. I swear, nothing can ever be easy. I took a walk back there, and of course we got covered in these things. Cabram's wearing pants. I got all mine off because I'm wearing just shorts. Got all over my shoes, and his whole pants are covered in this. And I'm just like, nothing can ever be easy. When did nature start fighting back? We're gonna tear down that swing set at some point because that thing is not reliable at all anymore. Good job, baby!
That a woman.
And this one. Cooking? I feel cooking.
Good job, buddy.
I didn't know.
Bite? Bite?
Fine.
Dude.
Go, Judy.
I'm so excited. I have this huge lilac bush that I planted like 2-3 years ago. I mean, it's very tall. and it's never bloomed. And my neighbor has a lilac bush. It's like a twig, and hers is bloomed. And so I came over here to check mine, and we've got a little tiny little thing growing. I'm so excited. It's actually producing, and I wasn't sure it was going to. I was worried it wasn't getting enough sun because it's like on the corner of the house. But it is, and I'm so happy. Phoebe and I are enjoying being outside. He's playing with his little planty bot. I don't know why he's sitting in the middle of the road, but I'm just cleaning out this bed. My weeds are just terrible. Look at all the dandelions. This is the landscaping between this plant and that tree. And I've gotten this cleared out. That's catmint. I love my catmint. It smells so good. It smells like spearmint gum or something. Oh, okay, baby. But yeah, you see the progress I've made. But I just want my landscape to look pretty, so that's what we're working on today. So you can see my little gladiolus coming up. They usually bloom around July, and I get clusters of them, and they're so pretty, but they really are so big, and I don't have the heart to take them out. They're so big in my landscaping, but they're so whimsical and pretty. But yep, I can start seeing the clusters coming out. I almost injured these when I was pulling up weeds right here. And then I got, where's the other ones? Oh, right here's the other ones coming up, but there's like 6 different spots in my landscaping. Over there by the post is another cluster that always comes out. Actually, it's on both sides of the sidewalk there. So I'm always excited for those to bloom. Actually, surprisingly making a lot of progress with this thing. You get it deep enough and it just pulls them right up. It's so nice because these are the worst. Dandelions are such a beneficial weed, but if you're not using them for the benefits, then what's the point? Yeah, but this thing is just like getting them right up. I love it. Everybody loves this wallflower, and it's gotten so huge. Everybody loves it, but after it blooms, it's just a big mound of grass. And I keep wanting to get rid of it, but it's so pretty when it's blooming, so it's hard to do that. Flowers here are ones that I planted from a little seed packet. It was just like a little medley. I forget what it was, but I think these are dianthus. Yeah, so they'll bloom, I don't know, I would imagine they'll bloom in another month or so, but I don't know what this is. I feel like this is starts with a P. Can't remember. And these are like little violets, I think. But yeah, I planted them there in that spot, like, and then I planted them here. That's why I really got to clean up all these dandelions, because this is insane. So we got a lot done. There were some casualties, and my baby helped me. There were some casualties, so I had lilies coming up that didn't realize were there, and we chopped some of them away, but there's still like 3 or 4 stragglers. Hopefully they do okay, but you know, they grow and then they never like bloom every year, so I'm not really sure it's much of a loss. Mr. Hershey bar all over his mouth. But yeah, now this right here, that's just remnants. That's not really an actual weed left, but got a lot done. I'm really actually relieved, because the weeds were starting to really stress me out a lot, because I don't like I want my yard to be pretty. I love my flowers, so we got a lot done for sure, thanks to Buddy helping me out. But now
she's gonna plant some flowers, and I'm gonna help her.
You're gonna help me? Okay, so that's what we're planning. We're gonna go in the back. Well, I'm gonna plant these Canterbury bells. They never grow for me. I've tried to start them inside, but I think I'm gonna just try to put them in a pot now. And it's covered, so the frost shouldn't get it. So I'm gonna try to put these and grow these in one of my pots. And then in the back where the garden, I'm gonna plant some cauliflower. And then if we have a frost warning, I'll just cover them with netting, so it should be fine. Actually, I have conch covers, bells, whatever. And then I'm gonna plant this heirloom cabbage. And then for pest resistance, and just because I love it, dill. I love dill. It's so cool. So I'm gonna plant that in between the rows. Okay. So we've got like I think this is a 6x, no way. This is like 3 feet maybe. Maybe it's a 6x2 bed. And I think I'm gonna plant I'm gonna plant 2 cabbages here, 2 cabbages there, and then the 4 cauliflower in the other section. So they're supposed to have more room than that, but I want to get them planted now, and the garden is a mess. Like, it needs plowed and there's weeds everywhere, and I'm not going to start something and then have to have my uncle work around it when he comes to till it. So we're just going to get this stuff planted now. I'm going to do maybe right here and right here, and then over there. Let's get it done. These need to be, a ½ inch deep. This is going to take 85 days to mature. It's not bad. It's like 3 months. And if they're on top of each other, then so be it, you know? Just put a few in there. Okay, so the cauliflower I got is actually from Dollar General. It's the American Seed company, and I think the only thing I've grown with American Seed has been the flowers that I planted in the front yard that I showed you guys with the yellow and the little tiny little violets or whatever. Those were American Seed, and I planted those and they did great. So I'm hoping that these will too. But this is cauliflower. It's a snowball. So I'm just gonna kind of do the same thing I did with the cabbage and do like a spot here. Well, you can't see it, but like a spot right here. And then the dill, I use the fairy morse, and this is what I planted last year and it did fine. I'm gonna probably plant it along the edges so that way it doesn't really disrupt anything. I kind of wanted to do it in the middle since it is a companion plant to kind of buffer it, but I figure if I do it just along these 2 edges, that should be fine. Yeah, we'll see. Cave went inside, so he's not helping me like originally planned. He was taking my spade and using it to chop down stuff, and that thing's really sharp and really helped me out a lot today. And I don't want him dulling it up by chopping into trees, which is what he was doing. And so he's inside pouting and watching Air Bud. Oh, wait, no. He's back outside again. Hi, baby. I've been gardening since 2022, and I think at this point in my journey, I'm just kind of questioning all of the recommendations on the seed packets in terms of not really the depth, but like the spacing. I feel like that's a lot of, like, there's just a lot of waste if you don't plant closer together. And I know that cabbage can get huge, but I just think I'm just gonna start following my intuition. I mean, we'll just play it by ear. If it's too many, then, or if it's too big, then I'll learn next year, you know? Not like I can't get a cabbage at the store, right? And I really shouldn't have to water too much, like, you know, because it's April, you know, is always raining and stuff, so. And this soil was actually wet when I started raking it up. It was still like, for lack of a better word, moist. So I don't think I'm gonna have to do too much maintenance for that. We're just gonna get these planted. I might spruce up my oregano a little bit more. I started it yesterday and just didn't really last long because I think Kate distracted me or pulled me away for some reason. But I might do that, and then I'm gonna plant my Canterbury bells. Oh, and I gotta do my dill, so yeah. I'm exhausted. So my stepdad brought us over this pizza from, I feel like it's called Porcelli's or something. Percelli's, starts with a P, but it's in Cumberland, Maryland. And he's been going there with his girlfriend because her mom lives there or something. And they go there every Sunday and go to mass and whatever. Sorry, I'm cleaning up and I'm all in your face. And so he decided to, you know, be nice and bring me and like his friend and I think maybe, oh yeah, his girlfriend's daughter brought us all a pizza. So me and Cape ate that. And he is watching, looks like Air Bud again. Which all for it, that stuff's wholesome. But we put a nice little dent in it. He likes to take the cheese off of pizza and just eat it by itself. So we've got one guy left over. It was very good pizza, by the way. It's like brick oven style. And it's really, really thin. So it the crust was a little chewy. But the sauce is what makes it so good. That's probably the best pizza sauce, like, from a restaurant that I've ever tasted. It was really good. But, all nice and cozy on the couch. He needs his face wiped off real bad. His face is covered in chocolate and dirt. But my back is so stiff and sore. I've got back issues but life doesn't slow down just because you have back issues. You still have things you gotta do. So I definitely need a shower. My feet are dirty from the sandals and yeah, I've been sweating. So I definitely need a shower, but I really want to take a bath with some Epsom salt and see if that helps my back at all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take a bath and just do that for maybe 30 minutes. Get myself some rest and then just watch TV. I'm working on a book right now called Vacation Land. I forget the name. I think her last name is Moore. She's, you know, a popular writer, I guess. But I might read that a little bit.
Katie's here.
Oh, Katie's here? Okay. My friend's here. Guys, it's Monday morning. I'm working from home and I was editing my video and realized I never ended the vlog from this weekend yesterday. So my friend did stop by and she brought this little so she's a store manager at a Sheetz in Shepherdstown, and one of her customers is Russian and made like these little, I'll just show you guys, these little desserts. And she gave her like a couple of them, so she just wanted to drop one off to us. And I'm looking busted as usual because I'm working from home. I don't need to be fixed up. But here's the little dessert. It's, well, let's take the lid off. It's like layered and there's some kind of cream inside, and Cape thinks it tastes like cheesecake. And I think it tastes like French toast. Like the flavors of French toast are there. I don't know. I get the cheesecake thing too. Like the cream inside is kind of like, I don't know if it's made with sour cream or if it is made with like cream cheese or something, but we ate some of it yesterday. It's not typically like a dessert that I would crave or go for. I'm a chocolate girl all the way, but that's really nice and light. So we did eat some of that. That was nice for her to bring it by. I ended up taking the bath with a lot of Epsom salt, and it helps so much. Like my back was so stiff, and just soaking in the tub for like 30 to 45 minutes with that salt, and I got a nice bath. And I have like one of those bathtub pillows that you put and attach it to the wall, and Cape saw it. Now he wants to use it for his bath tonight, so I guess we'll do that. But I felt a lot better, and my back is not as stiff as it was last night. Like I fully anticipated that even after the bath that I would be really, really sore, but I'm really not bad. My arms are a little tight and stuff, and I actually got a sunburn. Well, you probably can't tell, but I ended up getting a sunburn yesterday. It's supposed to be really warm today and tomorrow and Wednesday. Haven't really checked beyond that. I think it's gonna be warm all week, like 80s. And it's gonna be beautiful today. Unfortunately, it's not really sunny. The sun might be starting to come out, but it's been like dark all day. That's why I have my freaking overhead light on, which I hate using that light. I would much prefer like natural lighting and lamps. That's how I was raised, and that's how I am. I'm just really grateful that my headspace is better than it was the last month or two. I feel a lot better. Getting out in my garden and getting that started is huge. I love gardening. That's like one of my passions. And I just haven't had the desire to go. Call it depression, call it just lethargy. You know, last year gardening was tough. The weeds were just crazy. And maybe just like discouragement. But whatever it was, it seems to be subsiding. And I'm so grateful because I love to garden. And losing that zeal was alarming for me. And it kind of scared me a little bit because I'm just like, why am I not finding joy in this again? And I really think that God came through for me. And this weekend was a gift. It was really a gift from God to just be able to feel normal and just find happiness in the little tiny things and just to reset. It was we got a lot done, but being at home and getting a lot done, I interpret that as a relaxing weekend. You know, not driving around, not running around, not spending a ton of money. I did spend some money this weekend. I did do that. But we did do a little shopping. But just investing in the time in your home and your yard, it just resets you. That's yours. You don't have to share that with anybody. You're not expending anything but your energy and your investment. So it was a great weekend. I'm very grateful. I'm glad that I was able to share it with you guys, and remember to vlog most of it until yesterday, but I was just exhausted. I think that we were just tapped out by then. But thank you guys for coming along and, you know, just seeing what a little mundane, humdrum weekend in my life is. But my life is full of contentment and peace and joy, and I wouldn't change it. I woke up with a grateful heart this morning, just thanking God. You know, I worked so hard to get this house. Back in 2018, I bought this home, and I worked so hard. And there's still times where I am just in a room or down in my basement, or washing clothes, and I'm like, I have my own washing machine. I have my own dwelling place, and I worked so hard for it, and I'm just so grateful. Yeah. So I hope that you guys can carry gratitude with you today, because that is where you find joy and that is where you find contentment. So thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.